All right, hello mathematicians. Welcome back as we continue our work through hands-on equations. Today our work is going to focus on lesson number 3. As you've gone through the last couple of lessons, you may have noticed that we kind of relied more on reasoning, guess and check, things like that. As we start to work through this lesson, we're going to start to develop what are called legal moves. So things that we have discovered that we can do that still help us keep our equation balanced as we're working through to solve it. We're going to start with the equation 4x plus 2 is equal to 3x plus 9. So that's the algebraic form, and we're going to transfer it into our pictorial form using our triangles. So on the left side, I'm going to have our 4 triangles, our box with a 2, and then on the right side, I'm going to have my 3 triangles and a 9. As we look through this, we know that the two sides are balanced because that's how the equation started. You may have discovered through some of your strategies there's certain things that we can do. So for example, one thing that we've established is that triangles, or the pawns, have the same weight no matter where they are in that equation. So each one of these triangles or pawns is worth the exact same value, whether it's 1, 2, 10, whatever it is. If you think about a balance, what that means for us is that the two sides are equal. So if I were to take one pawn and remove it from the left side, my equation wouldn't be balanced anymore because it would tip, because now the right side would be heavier. But if I took something of equal value, so another pawn off the right side, now it would come back to balance. So in other words, because each side has at least 3 pawns, I can remove those 3 pawns from each side and it's still going to remain balanced, and then I can continue on. So now on the left side, I'm left with 1 pawn or triangle and a 2, and on the right side, I only have the 9. And now I'm looking at a new equation, even though it's the same. It's just a simplified one. As I'm looking, I have a number plus 2 equals 9. So I know my pawn is going to equal 7 because 7 plus 2 is 9. I'm going to go ahead and do that check. Okay, using that original equation. So I'm going to take 4 times 7 plus 2 is the same as 3 times 7 plus 9. 28 plus 2 is the same as 21 plus 9. Both sides are equal to 30, so everything checks out. So here we are going to introduce legal move number 1. I can remove the same number of triangles from both sides of an equation, and it will remain balanced. So that is what we just established, is that we can remove the same number of triangles from both sides of an equation and it will remain balanced. Let's look at a second example. So if I have 2x plus x plus 4, and that's the same as 4x plus 1. So I'm going to draw out my picture form. And now I'm going to look at, based on my legal move, what do I have that's the same on both sides? Well, both sides have at least 3 triangles. So I'm going to remove 3 from the left, but in order to remain balanced, I need to remove 3 from the right. And now on the left side, I have just the 4. And on the right side, I have 1 pawn or triangle and 1. And now I know that 3 is equal to the value of my pawn. I can go, because 3 plus 1 is 4. I can go through and check that again. Okay, so I'm going to have 2 times 3 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 4 times 3 plus 1. 6 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 12 plus 1. So here we have 6 plus 4 plus 3. If I rearrange those, that's equals 13. 12 plus 1 is also 13. So this goes ahead and checks out. If you feel comfortable, you can go ahead and start on your practice. Otherwise, I'm going to go through one more example and give you a chance to work through it. All right. On our last example, we have a value of 5x plus 2 is equal to or the same as 2x plus 14. So I want you to pause the video, set this one up, and then start it and check your work. Right, so I have 5 triangles, and 2 are going to be balanced with 2 triangles and 14. Based on our legal move, I can take away 2 triangles from each side. That's going to leave me with 3 triangles, and 2 is balanced with 14. So now we might start to think about what are some ways that we can guess and check through here. What are some things that we know? So kind of thinking about if we balanced out that 14, what number plus itself 3 times you could guess and check. For example, like 1 plus 1 plus 1 would only be 3. So I might try something bigger. So if I did 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, that wouldn't be big enough. So I might go to 4. So we have 4, 8, 12 plus 2 more is 14. So I know that my triangle is going to equal 4. So now if I go ahead and check that, I have 5 times 4 plus 2 is the same as 2 times 4 plus 14. This becomes 20 plus 2 if we follow order of rate operations. 8 plus 14, both of them end up equaling 22. Hopefully you got that answer. Make sure that you like the video, post questions in the comments, or you can reach out to me through the Google form or email or Schoology.